Excuse me. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. There's going to be a long nap today. It's going to be so long and hard. It's going to be such a good nap. What's up, James? Happy Sandro coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Found your channel recently. Love the content. I appreciate that. Vortex says new water physics are a huge upgrade to coastal builds. Certainly makes things feel more lively. Yeah, I really like the these, and I really can't wait to see what the underwater what Worlds Part 2 is going to add. It'll be very interesting to see what that adds, because I'm still so new to all of this that it's just kind of crazy to think about that. Danger's here. This is Danger's base. Dude, this base was badass. Just saying. 73 Danger over on YouTube. It is a great base, man. This was let's just say it's a great way. It was a great way to start my Sunday stream. So, learn everything you know from watching Beeblebum videos. Fuck yeah. Beeblebum's got some cool stuff. I wish I had, this is genuinely, so I do this for a living, and because I do this for a living, I spend most of my time playing games. There are a few content creators I will watch. I watch Co Carnage quite a bit. I like Wolfheart FPS. Beeblebum is up there now. Like, I came across him because of No Man's Sky, and I genuinely, he's like one of a handful of people whose content I will watch. My complaint is that I don't have enough time to watch all of his stuff because I have so many irons in the fire. And I know every person who does content creation will say the same thing, because it's just, you want to watch more, but it's, when you're also constantly working on putting out content, it's like you don't have enough time to watch people's stuff. But I like his streams. Beeblebum's got he's just a really chill, he's always got really good music going on when he's playing No Man's Sky. I haven't watched any of his other stuff, and I know he does other games, but I've just watched his No Man's Sky stuff, so. But yes, Beeblebum's great. I know there are other content creators out there in the No Man's Sky space who I just haven't uncovered yet, because I'm still I'm only, what were we looking at earlier when I started? Like 75. Vortex says you stream like 16 hours a day. No, I don't. I'll tell you what, after this weekend, I got to go back to my normal hours. My eyes have been killing me. Like, just grains of, it just feels like they're full of sand. Because I have been pushing really hard since Gamescom, essentially. Doing like at least 2 streams a day most days. Each one is usually 3 to 4 hours long. So I've been streaming at least 7 to 8 hours a day. And there have been like 4 or 5 days where I've pushed like 10-hour days. That is not normal for me. But there is a saying about you got to make hay while the sun shines. Strike while the iron's hot. We've had a good turnout on a lot of our stuff, so I'm capitalizing on that to continue to build my streaming side of things, because for the past we're going on 3 years now. I've done content creation like 8 to 12 hours a day, and streaming is only about 3 hours a day, maybe 4. And then the last couple of weeks I've been working too much, but I'm doing more streaming to see what that could potentially look like in 2025, essentially. Because right now I've got a really good run there's a really good run of games to be playing for the next 6 months. So if that all goes well, then come next year I might pivot and do more streaming and less content creation. And I think the ultimate goal is to hire a video editor, so I don't have to do that. There is a cricket running around on my desk. All right. Well, we were going to reach the center of the galaxy. Something we're going to work on today. Um, I don't think it would be so bad streaming 8 hours a day, other than the fact that what I'm doing right now is I'm streaming 8 hours a day, and I'm still doing 8 hours a day of content creation and video production. So it's about 16 hours a day right now. I do take a nap in the middle, but basically I go to bed around 9, wake up around 3 to 4, and then I work from essentially 4:30 in the morning all the way until about 12:30 in the afternoon. That's my first work shift. So that's an 8-hour shift essentially. First thing in the morning. And then nudge nudge emulators, 16-hour days, 16 16 16. Um and then I'll take a nap usually for about an hour and a half, 2 hours in the afternoon, and then I come back. And usually what I do is video production from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon until about 6, like 3 to 6, 3 to 7. However, Chris has been doing a lot of projects outside, like the catio. She built a clothing rack, and she's doing artsy craftsy carpentry stuff. And so since she's been doing that, the last like 3 or 4 nights, I've streamed at night on top of the stream during the day, and then smashed my video production in the morning. So um, I'm not complaining, but I'm also admitting that I'm definitely. I could see, I think if you did it where because I think code does it like 4 hours, takes lunch, does 4 hours, and then the editing team and the um, everybody takes care of everything else. He's got a team to do that. That's what I would love to work towards. We're not there yet, but it's good to have goals and objectives. I have. It's not my first time running a company. I've had up to 25 people working underneath me before. Um, I've been managing like 8 to 25 man crews since I was like 17 years old. So not my first rodeo, but we're still in the growth phase of this, and so I'm still doing all the grind. Um, it took us, I think, 3 years with the travel blog back in the day when we were doing that. That was about 3 years of solo work. Here's what Chris and I did to grow that business. Like the first couple of years was just me putting out blog posts and writing travel guides and stuff. But then when we started getting going and I had things built and I was making book sales and everything else, this is circa 2012, 2013. We were living in Cancun, and we went and printed. Some of you have heard this story probably if you've been around long enough. We went and printed like 3,000 business cards, and she and I went out and we just walked and rode our bikes and went out, and we just went door to door to every hotel, to every restaurant, to every tour agency, to every bed and breakfast, to every hostel, to everything in all of Cancun. And then we went to Playa del Carmen and we went to Tulum. And we did that in I think it was about 2 months. And then we had a live-in assistant, Devlin, who was working with us at the time. And he and I then spent a month sending out 6,000 emails to every single hotel, restaurant, etc. that we could find in the Riviera Maya. And by that point, we had saturated everyone with business cards, and then we did everybody with follow-up phone calls. And as a result, I lined up 3 years worth of work from that and launched my speaking career in Cancun, speaking on the power of social media to sell books and to sell things and to do tours and run tour agencies and to run an Airbnb and all the things that we were doing. But, there was a 3-year grind to get to that point. Like, there was a lot of work. And so I'm not even at the 3-year mark yet. We're started in full-time in February of 2022. So February of 2024 was my 2nd year anniversary. August is the 6th month mark. So we are now 2.5 years into my full-time journey on YouTube and Twitch. And it's primarily been content creation with a few hours of streaming per day. it's been a good run. And yes, Vortex, there have been a lot of great games launching. That's the other reason I've been trying to push a little harder with like Star Wars Outlaws, is because I got to do Space Marine 2 right after that, and I got to do Shattered Space DLC right after that. So it's like I get about 2 weeks with each game. And when you only stream 3 hours a day, if you only play 3 hours a day, you're not going to get through a game like that in 2 weeks. Because if it's 50 hours of gameplay, you need more like 3 weeks. So I'm on the clock. We want to do current mission, right? Galactic Center. I'm assuming this is where I want to go. I think that's as far as I can jump because I'm out of fuel at that one. Yep, it's the dash lines or whatever. So I created my Twitch account in November. Well, I don't know how they're doing dates. Actually, that looks more like it's June. June 11th of 2017 was when I created my Twitch account. I didn't use it for a while, but I got affiliate sometime after that. Really quickly. I remember I started playing around with that account and I streamed in EVE. I streamed EVE Online for like 2 weeks and I got affiliate. But thank you, Stiffer, for the affiliate anniversary reminder. Twitch is growing, which is really cool. I'd like to think we can get to 5,000 by the end of the year. It's going to be a very cool thing if it happens. Because we already hit 35,000 on YouTube, so our #1 objective for the year is hit. I need warp cells, which means I need antimatter housing, and I need antimatter. You know what? I think I still had, to be honest with you. I'm herping and derping. Pretty sure I had another one of those fuel things for the warp drive that I could have just used right away. Pulse engine's out too. Hold up. Technology recharge. Yeah, I did. I had one more of these hypercores. It's a bountiful planet. Hey, you know what we should do while we're here? We should totally hit the space station so that I can have some jump points on the way back. If I ever decide to go jumping around. Hang on, Hemulator. Do I have to make 15 physical jumps, or is it just 15 jump points away? Because if I have to make 15 physical jumps, wouldn't it make more sense for me to jump planet to planet to planet as opposed to 5 planets in one go? So it's the number of jumps that I have to make? I guess the reason I'm asking is because I just jumped like 3 planets. Does that count as 3 jumps? Oh, nope, you just answered my question. Okay, so I could go back and forth between 2 planets if I wanted to, just to get the 15 jumps. Okay. Does it track that anywhere for you? And how do you know that it's teaching you a glyph after each jump? Because I didn't see anything necessarily. Bottom right should say 1 of 16 now. That's what you're talking about right there. Data injection, sequence received, source unknown, glyph 2 of 16. Thank you very much. Now I understand. Perfect. Thank you for the clarification. Inside Vortex says I usually just jump between 2 systems. Copy that. Who's hailing me? I don't want to talk to you. Oh, well, do I have to take that? I'm always paranoid about answering these. Oh, I guess I should answer them. Sometimes it's pirates that want to rob me. I got your message, says Apollo. It's been a lot to take in. He's in the simulation. Well, I'm in a simulation too, bro. Portals didn't transport us, they transform us, cut through dimensions. Maybe we will be able to have a drink for the apocalypse. I'm on a journey to the center. They tell me they're gonna race me there. Path selected, black hole. This is our mission today, everybody. It's not going to be horribly exciting. We're just doing lots of jumps. And we're going to grab space stations along the way, just so that I have some more space stations unlocked. You never know. I have no purpose other than just grab them. This might be one of those dead systems. I don't think I see a... Don't see a space station in this one. Pirates only hail when you're pulsing, says Seriousness. Otherwise, they just attack. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're up to around 60 people right now, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see everybody turning out for early morning sessions, our third weekend of doing No Man's Sky in this time slot. We're about an hour in. Alright, Artemis. How do you know the Atlas is telling the truth? I believe it. Yeah, I've seen enough. I think it's true. I'd like to meet if we can. Tell him the truth. Everything about it is identical. Yeah, I'd like to see another traveler. Let's try to recalibrate. The noises, the static I've been hearing throughout my adventures, it's not interference. The corruption of long-distance communication. How could it be? We speak through the protocol of a dream. The noises, the sound of waking. The sound of everything falling apart, the final gasp. The death of the Atlas will not come in 16 minutes. It began a long time ago. We're all just data. We must continue on, as the journal says here. If you are tuning in for the first time today, don't forget we are multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So you can watch in both places if you would like to, or pick one over the other. Daily streams happen at 11 a.m. Central, normally. Right now we're currently maining Star Wars Outlaws. Then we'll be going into Space Marine 2 after that, followed by the Shattered Space DLC for Starfield later this month. Also playing Lord of the Rings Online on Monday nights. World of Warcraft on Wednesdays and Saturdays. 6 p.m. Central for those streams, and then the No Man's Sky streams are starting at 5 a.m. on Sundays. Poisonous planet. Yeah, James, the Shattered Space DLC looks pretty awesome. I can't wait. I'll probably, if my timing works, I'll probably be wrapping up Space Marine 2 about a week before Shattered Space goes live, and we're going to ease back into my second playthrough, which I think is up to like 137 episodes or whatever. We crossed 100 episodes of this playthrough. I think tonight, episode 104 goes live. I've been pushing one episode a night of No Man's Sky live in between the Sunday sessions. I think we're up to 104. Oh shit, hang on. I gotta remember which ship I'm flying. Like, playing so much Outlaws, I was pushing the wrong buttons to fire my weapons. Feggin' pirates. Plus the new when I continue my playthrough of Starfield, I got the rover now, so I'll be compelled to go out and explore planets, and I'm gonna hopefully do some outpost building. Because I still haven't done any outpost building. I'm 500 hours into Starfield and I've never done any outpost building. Just have fun doing other shit, man. I'm gonna grab this space station. This playthrough I started from scratch, and I haven't done anything with Andreja. I romanced Andreja in my first playthrough,